Here is the second journal page. So I'm on 210. Sorry, my dog started barking, so I had to cut my video short. So let's look at number 3. It says, Latifa won 188 granola bars in a raffle. She decided to share them equally with 7 of her classmates and herself. How many granola bars did each person receive? So they are trying to trick you with this sentence right here. Remember, she's sharing it with 7 of her friends and herself. So you need to split 188 divided by 8 equals how many granola bars? Okay, so I'm going to do partial product because I find that strategy is really good the more you practice it. So before I draw my picture, just needed a little bit more room, I'm going to do partial product first. And I know that 8 times 10, because remember we always want to start with multiples of 10, is 80. I think I can go a little bit bigger because 80 is a little bit too far away from 188. So let's try 8 times 20. And that will get me closer. 8 times 20 is 160. And 188 minus 160 is 28. And I'm going to figure out what is a multiple of 8 that gets me close to 28. So I know that 8 times 4 gives me 32. That's too big. So let's see if 8 times 3. 8 times 3 will give me 24. So I know that you're going to have, each person is going to get 23 full granola bars with a remainder of 4, because 28 minus 24 is 4. So my number model is going to be 100, keep hitting that button with my hand, divided by 8 equals 23 with a remainder of 4. Or we can write it as a fraction, 23 with a fraction of 4/8. And the way I'm getting 4/8 is because they're splitting that with 8 people. 8 people is my denominator, and 4 is the number that I have left over. So we know that talking about granola bars is something we can break up evenly, right? We can break those into pieces. Food is something that you'll always be able to break up into. So we are going to record it as a fraction. Because if I had 8 people, here's 8 people, each person is getting 23 granola bars. I hope they're hungry. And there's 3 granola bars left. 4. I would divide those into eighths. So each person is going to get 23 granola bars and 4/8 of another granola bar. And you can actually write it as 23 and 1/2. So each person is going to get 1 whole granola bar and 1/2. The next person is going to get 23 whole granola bars and 1/2. The next friend, 23 granola bars and 1/2. So this is an example of when we would record it as a fraction. All right, let's go to number 4, last one. The cafeteria manager wants to put milk cartons into crates that hold 8 cartons of milk. She has 71 cartons of milk. So the cafeteria manager wants to put milk into cartons that hold 8 cartons of milk. Sorry, crates that hold 8 cartons of milk. And she has 71 cartons of milk. How many crates will she need? So let's think about this for a second. She has 71 crates. So if I did this, I'm going to make this even a little bigger. If I did this with partial product, I would have 8 divided by 71. And I know 8 times 10 is too much. It would give me 80. And that's close to 71, but it's too much. And I know that 8 times 9 is too much too, because that's 72. So I'm going to do 8 times 8, which would give me 64. So 8 times 8 is 64. And 71 minus 64 is 7. And I know that I can't make another group of 8 if I only have 7 milk cartons left. But remember, the cafeteria manager wants to put all of the milk into crates that hold 8 cartons of milk. So she can't leave these 7 containers of milk. She can't leave those 7 cartons out. She has to put them in a crate. So this is an example of where we would have to round up. So each crate would hold 8 cartons except for the one left over. So I'm actually going to say she needs 9 cartons, 9 crates to hold 71 cartons. 8 of those crates are going to be full, and 1 crate is only going to have 7 cartons instead of 8. So one's full and one's not quite as full. So it says Riley solved this problem and said the cafeteria manager needs 8 crates. Is this correct? No, this is not correct. And we just solved that for A. She needed 9 crates since she had a remainder of 7. And she couldn't ignore the extra milk, right? She can't leave that milk out. She has to put it into a crate. That's why she needed to round up to 9. All right, solve each division problem using partial quotient algorithm. Then write the remainder as a fraction. Okay, so let's do partial quotient. So 2 times 10 would give me 20. 7 minus 20 is 7. And then I can't do exactly 7 because it's not a multiple of 2. So I know 2 times 3 would give us 6. So my answer is 13 with a remainder of 1. But they want you to rewrite the remainder as a fraction. So you would write instead 13 and 1/2. 13 and 1/2. And you might be thinking, where am I getting that 1/2 from? You're getting it from the number you're dividing by is 2, and your numerator is how much you have left over, which is 1. So you get 13 and 1/2. All right, let's try to solve number 6. So 4 divided by 48. Oop, I'm in my highlighter. I know that 4 times 10 is 40. So I'm left with 7. I know 7's not a multiple of 4, so I'm going to have a remainder. 4 times 2 is 8, so that's too much. So I can do 4 times 1, which is 4, with a remainder of 3, which is 11. So my answer is 11 with a remainder of 3, which is the same as writing as a fraction, 11, with 3 as my numerator and 4 as my denominator. All right, guys, watch the next video for your math boxes.